Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are on the globe. On the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday morning here. Yes, Saturdays are days for games. Football games around Europe. Dear friends, yes, our focus is on Europe, of course, and we are in the Premier League. Chelsea, it has always been our main focus here on this channel. Chelsea Football Club. But right now, this morning, we are starting on some other equally important news items. After all, Chelsea are in the league competing with some other clubs. We see some falling this season. Clubs like Manchester City having series of troubles right now. They are in their storm season. Last season, Chelsea were in the same position, the same issues. We faced similar challenges, injuries upon injuries. This season, it seems like we are a bit, even though one or two injuries are beginning to resurface. Yes, but I believe we have the squad depth to overcome the situation that Man City are facing right now. Another club that I want to talk about, I'll be talking about this morning, and I'll be starting on that note actually, is Arsenal. Arsenal Football Club, in the past 10-12 years, they have been in a rebuilding process. As a matter of fact, even before Arsene Wenger left or retired, the club was struggling when it comes to winning of trophies. They were struggling, and it was one of the reasons why Arsene Wenger left at that time. I believe he wasn't really prepared to go on retirement, but the job at that moment was just too much for him. I remember 12 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, and I used to say that, Arsenal, they are only making profit. They buy young players, and the club, every season, they declare profit. Every season, they make profit. And since then, it has been so. Nothing has changed. They've changed coaches. The last 5 years, they brought in Mikel Ateta. Ateta, like we all know, oh yes, he came through Pep Guardiola. And so we started to see beautiful football. Beautiful football. Beautiful football. But you see, Pep Guardiola plays beautiful football. Tic-tac football. Yes, we know that. But Pep always gets the players that he needs, he wants to fit into the system. Pep doesn't go in for immature players. Pep doesn't go in for players that are now developing. Pep goes in for players that are already developed. Players that are already in the limelight. Now, Mikel Arteta with Arsenal. I remember last 2 seasons, it has been said, when we were just about to win the league, Thomas Partey got injured. As a matter of fact, I remember very well, Xhaka was partnering Thomas Partey in that midfield. The season before then, I think Mikel Arteta's first season, he had problems with Xhaka. Then Partey's injury came up the following season. They said, we nearly won it. If not for the injury of Thomas Partey, Partey's let us down. Yes. Last season, Partey was fully fit. They were so close again to the title. Yet, all this while, to be very honest with you, if there is any club that could have challenged Pep Guardiola or stopping him from winning the 6th Premier League title that he claimed to have won, if there's any club, it was Arsenal that was in the right position. Arsenal was in the right position to challenge Pep Guardiola. Season in, season out, the past 4-5 seasons. Yes. It's been 5 years since Mikel Arteta took over as an Arsenal coach. What is there to show for? What can Arteta show for it? They have always gotten so close. I used to tell my friends in Arsenal, usually Arsenal will, on top, Arsenal will be on top of form until when it gets to the festive season like this, Christmas season. That has always been, the Christmas festivities. That is a time that normally Arsenal do falls. But this season, it looks like right from October, we were beginning to see Arsenal having issues. The only thing that Mikel Arteta successfully achieved for this club called Arsenal is their consistency in Champions League. They've been consistent in Champions League for the past 4 seasons. But the question is, looking at them right now, with the league, I'm not too sure they can come back and fight for the league. No. Will Chelsea be sleeping? It is not yet over though. The league, we are now about to enter the festive season. And the truth of the matter is that it is this season that Arsenal doesn't even perform. The festive season is a season that Arsenal drops a lot of points going into the, into the winter. So I don't see Arsenal coming back stronger. If anything at all, they were supposed to be stronger from the beginning of the season till now. But they are still in the Champions League. Would they be able to win the Champions League this season? I don't think so. They are not in that position. They've strengthened the squad. I mean, their midfield, they've strengthened the squad. Their defense strengthened. So what is the Arsenal's problem? When it comes to the striking force, I think they still acquire one or two strikers. They have Saka there. They have Gabriel Jesus there. They have Martinez there. They have players there. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me just be blunt with you this morning on Arsenal front. Arsenal have challenged the league title for the last 2 seasons. Last 2 seasons, they've challenged for the league title, yet they failed to win it. This season, I'm in support of those so-called Arsenal fans that are calling for Mikel Ateta out. Those who are calling for Ateta out, I'm fully in support of it. Yes, I am in support of those calling for Ateta to be out. Otherwise, anyway, the question is, Ateta out, who else? But I think the young man is beginning to lack ideas. So they are no longer playing the beautiful football. They are now scoring goals only from free kicks, corner kick experts. They become corner kick experts. And their tactics they are using is that when they get a corner kick in against you, they'll maneuver in a way, they'll distract your goalkeeper, they'll push your goalkeeper, they'll block your goalkeeper, his view and everything. Then they'll take advantage and score you. So they were scoring few goals through that. And they try to play defensive game. And they should come and ask Chelsea. We are the experts in playing defensive game. We were the experts in playing defensive football and yet still winning. Oh, they call us anti-football club. Anti-football club. That is the name Arsenal fans used to tag us. But today, they are playing that football, anti-football. They defend a lot, and when they get you on counter-attack, when they get you on the counter, they'll push you when you get a corner, then they'll manipulate whichever way to, get a point. And they don't know how to play the defensive football. We play defensive football and we win trophies with it. Well, quickly, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. I think I have something else on Manchester City. Yes, some transfer news on Manchester City. City will be very active in January transfer window, according to Fabrizio Romano. Yeah, they could be making 2 to 3 signings. A midfielder, fullback, and a striker. These positions could be covered in this upcoming transfer window for City. Now, Pep speaking, he always talk about, I want my players back. I want my players back. My players back. I want my players back. Now, that statement of my players back, you see, Pep Guardiola had a problem. I always have this problem with Pep Guardiola. He always makes it look as if he's the one winning the games. It was his tactics, his knowledge, his ability is what wins games for Man City. He never gives credit to the players. Now we are beginning to see that after all, Pep, it is not you. It's not about your tactics. You can put the tactics on the table. But if the players do not play by the tactics, if the players they are not ready, they don't get it, your tactics doesn't work. It is high time you start to give credit to whom credit is due. Pep Guardiola, give credit to the players that were making it to happen for you. It has never been you. It has never been you. Now, we are being told, according to Fabrizio Romano, the transfers, journalist says that 3 signings in this January. Signing players in January, for me personally, doesn't really add any value to any team, because those new players will now have to blend in. Do not have to, learn your tactics, the style, the formation, and everything. They just can't fit in. So if these are the players to make it happen, maybe the last 1 month of the season, maybe, because after all, the season is going to be ending in May. But even your players, when they return, we've seen players that return from injury, they don't pick up immediately. I'm hoping that City can do something about it though for Pep Guardiola. Yeah. The transfer window is about to be open and transfer news are already coming up. Dear friends, Chelsea, are we going to be in the transfer market? We are going to be selling. Oh yes, we are going to be selling. Now, before I go to Chelsea this morning, it's your breakfast. I will not be taking much of your time. In 5 minutes, I'll be leaving you here. Mason Mount, official message to Manchester United fans after his new injury. Mason Mount. You see, Chelsea actually escaped a bullet. Mount, to renew Mount's contract with Chelsea, before Mason Mount will leave Chelsea, we were crying. Chelsea fans were not happy. He was one of those players that we see like homegrown players. Homegrown players. Chelsea Academy, homegrown players. Players that we see the future in. We thought these players could grow, as pure, English player. They'll grow to become like the legends that we know, like the Lampards, like John Terry's, like Ashley Cole. We're expecting players like Mount, Conor Gallagher, and the rest to grow to become those legends in the club. But contract issue. Oh, he don't want to sign, he don't want to sign. Oh, he wants increment in his wages until he was about to run down the contract. United came in and we'll allow Mason Mount. Now, since signing for United, ladies and gentlemen, it's been one injury to the other. He sustained another fresh injury, and this is his statement to Manchester United fans. He said, words can't portray how devastated I am feeling right now. You could probably see the look on my face when it happened. I knew what it meant. United fans, you may not know me too well yet. How would they know you? I've not seen Mason Mount play full 90 minutes for United since signing for them. Last 2 seasons. I'm yet to see Mason Mount playing full 90 minutes of football for United. He said, you may never know me too well yet, but one thing I can guarantee, I will never give up or lose faith. I have said this before, but I will continue to give everything. Get through this tough period and won't stop until that's achieved. I'm not too sure whether this guy can one day become a legend in United. He should have just stayed put in Chelsea. I'm not too sure. You see, you left Chelsea. You guys, Kai Havertz and co. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, now let's get back to Chelsea. I'm about to run out. Look at this picture on your screen there right now. Yes, a picture of our captain, Reece James, and the deputy captain, then, Ben Chilwell in training. Ben Chilwell, we understand he might be leaving, or he's not be getting any playing opportunity at all. So this January transfer window, very likely Ben Chilwell will be leaving Chelsea. Yeah, I pray and hope he gets a good deal, because I don't like what he's going through. And he's a very humble guy. You never hear him complain to the media. You don't hear Ben Chilwell talking, ill of the club anyway. Even though I believe that he's not been treated fairly. At least he should have been allowed to play in some of these Conference League games. Oh yes, some of these Conference League games to keep him fit. I mean, match fit. Match fitness is very important. But Enzo Maresca, when he doesn't like you. And then our captain is back on the grass. But ladies and gentlemen, we are being told he's not going to be rushed back in. And I will expect Reece James also to relax himself. Keep training. Keep training. If anything at all, your return end of January. Yes, end of January into February will be okay. Keep training. We have players that are already doing well with the club. Keep training, get fit, get fully recovered. Come back end of January. The next 4 or 5 weeks, February, yes, that'll be all right. Relax. Reece James, Capito, relax. Don't rush your coming back. All right. Okay. Now, I want to point out something quickly, ladies and gentlemen. As your breakfast news, the real winners of the Carabao Cup, quarter-final games are Chelsea. Why? You see, Chelsea between now and January ending, between now and February, Chelsea have no other games to play apart from the Premier League. Our Conference League games will start again from February, March. Is it? Yeah, I think so. Our Conference League quarter-final, last 16 games. Then, whilst we have some of our competitors like Arsenal, Liverpool playing in the Carabao Cup playoff, Chelsea are not going to be playing that. So the focus right now is just on the Premier League. That is a good news. And that is why I call it the real winners of the Carabao Cup quarter-final games. Right now as we speak, are going to be Chelsea. Arsenal and Liverpool have to play two-leg semi-finals in January. Two-legged semi-finals in January. Chelsea will be licking their lips because if they remain consistent as it is right now, if we can remain consistent as it is right now, which we have done amazingly well the past few weeks, this title race will play into our hands. The title race will play into our hands. These extra games could take a toll on our rivals. Ladies and gentlemen, do you realize that? Yes. They are also in the Champions League games, and we are not. Our Conference League, the next round will be in March. February, March. So, these games coming up will take a toll on our opponent's hands. Chelsea will only have to focus, train hard, play our game as always. The title race, it's really in Chelsea's hands. Can we do something about it? Can we win it? Is it possible? We are only playing for the 3 points. We are not looking at the title. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to run up in a minute, 60 seconds. Chukwuemeka, Ben Chilwell. Chukwuemeka and Ben Chilwell and Cesare Casadei are planning to leave Chelsea this January. Serie A or Serie A remains the most likely destination for Casadei, with several clubs keen on signing him. More to follow soon, according to Fabrizio Romano. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'll be back for the next one. See you when you see me. Shalom and peace.